In this video, we're going to talk about what all or nothing thinking is and how this hurts you as an athlete. Hey there, I'm Eli Straw, mental performance coach and the founder of SuccessStartsWithin.com. When I say all or nothing thinking, what do you think that is? All or nothing thinking looks like this. Today I played really great. Or today I played awfully. It was a horrible game today. Today I had a horrible practice. Or today I felt really great at practice. Now on the surface that might seem like an okay way of thinking because some days you feel good, some days you feel bad. But why do you think that might not be a good way for you to think as an athlete? Well, the number one reason why this isn't going to be good for you as an athlete has to do with improvement. Not just improvement, but also the level of confidence that you have moving forward. So let's think about the positive one first, right? Where you say today was a really, really great game. It's a fantastic way to think. And every athlete that I work with, I want them to have really great games and I want them to feel good about the games that they play. But here's what happens when you have all or nothing thinking and you say, today was a great game, I don't need to worry about anything. Well, when you have that kind of thinking, sometimes you overlook aspects of your game where you still might need to improve. So you almost are holding yourself back because you are feeling, I don't want to say too good, because you need to feel good about your performance to improve your confidence. But you tend to overlook areas that can still be improved. And then what happens is, moving forward, if you overlook those areas that can be improved, then they're going to kind of rear their heads later on and lead to bad performances. And then that's where you have this, this all or nothing thinking where you say, today was an awful day. So as a mental coach, I always encourage athletes to feel good about their performances because you need the memory of you succeeding in order to build confidence. But you also want to make sure that you are always looking for areas that you can improve from every single game and from every single practice. So it's not just that, I felt great, I don't need to worry about anything. It's, I felt great today, I had a great game, that is fantastic, my hard work is paying off. But is there also something that I can improve? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that kind of questioning a little bit later on. Now let's go to the next option. Just saying today was an awful day, today was a terrible performance. Why is that such a bad thing to do? And in all reality, that is a far worse way of thinking than even just saying today was a great day and overlooking areas to improve. Because when you say today was an awful day, you're overlooking the things you did well. And no matter how badly you played, there are always things you did well. But what can happen is when you have this all or nothing thinking and you say that today was a terrible game, a lot of times that stems from one or two mistakes. One or two mistakes trigger you to say that today was a bad game. But the thing is, mistakes are going to happen. They're probably going to happen every single game. It's very rarely does an athlete have an absolutely perfect game. So there's always going to be that opportunity for you to say today was a bad game. And if you have all or nothing thinking, that means the majority of the time you are probably saying today was a bad game. That is very bad and very dangerous in terms of your mindset because you need those positives. You need those things you did well to boost your confidence. So just like you don't want to overlook your mistakes and overlook the areas you can improve, you also do not want to overlook the things you did well because that is crucial to your confidence. Then what can happen moving forward? If you just have this all or nothing thinking and you're always saying, or the majority of the time you're saying, today was a bad game, is that's going to drive fear, that's going to drive anxiety, it can also lead to perfectionism. And that perfectionism is going to cause you to play very tense and almost try to force things during a performance. Then what can happen with this all or nothing thinking is that if you make one mistake during a game, then all of a sudden today was a bad game. And that's where we see you have this downward spiral where one mistake turns into many mistakes. So instead of having all or nothing thinking, what I always encourage athletes to have is a mind that knows how to evaluate itself, right? So we're going to evaluate performances instead of having all or nothing thinking. We are going to evaluate mistakes instead of having all or nothing thinking. And this evaluation system is going to do two things. Number one, it's going to provide you a way to build that confidence. And confidence moving forward is crucial. Number two, it's going to allow you to actually improve. Always be finding things that you can learn about yourself and your game. So now when we look back at performances, it's not going to be, was this a good game? Was this a bad game? It was just a game. You're going to take good things from it. You're going to take things you can learn from it. You're going to move on and you're going to keep improving. So how we do this is by asking ourselves questions after performances or after practice. And we can get very, very detailed about these questions, but they're going to fall under two categories of two main questions. And they need to be asked in this specific order. The first one is, what did I do well today? Right? What are the things that I did well? What are the positives of my performance? The second question is going to be, what can I learn from today's performance? Or where can I improve from today? The reason that it's important to ask it in that order is because the first question is going to boost your confidence. And when you first locate the things you did well, it also puts you in a better position to objectively look at your mistakes. Because in all reality, if we are looking at the things that you can learn and the things you can improve, they're going to be mistakes, right? There's no doubt about that. They're going to be mistakes you made. And they might be extremely emotional mistakes where you're very frustrated at yourself. And you want to put yourself in a position to where you don't look at that mistake and beat yourself up. You actually look at that mistake and you take something away that you can learn and that you can use moving forward to improve. So instead of having all or nothing thinking and saying today was a great day or today was a terrible day, I want you to just have this evaluating mind where you look back on your practices or your games and you think, what did I do well today, right? Because I know that's going to build my confidence. And then also, where can I improve? What can I learn? And then when you answer that second question, put it into practice for the next day of training. Or use it as a cue to make sure that you don't make that mistake in the next game. But by thinking in this way, number one, you're always building your confidence. But then also, you are always giving yourself things that you can learn, ways you can improve as a player. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos each day on sports psychology and mental training. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of success in all that you do.